dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. That's a wrap on the 2024 Shaping Our Appalachian Region, or Soar Summit. And those involved say the event was a success. With special guests joining the final day and millions of dollars in funding announcements, the summit was all about using different tracks to celebrate the efforts to drive the region forward. Governor Andy Beshear and Congressman Hal Rogers shared a list of grant recipients, and SOAR was presented with a more than $40 million check, among other funding announcements.
It's exciting to be at the Soar Summit, showing our continued commitment to Eastern Kentucky and providing the investments and infrastructure to help it succeed. Today, between the money going to the Mountain Parkway and other funds, we talked about $500 million of investment.
More on those investments at WYMT.com. The event celebrated the strength and resiliency of community. Another keynote speaker was Appalachian Regional Commission Federal Co-Chair Gail Manchin, who will be my guest Monday night on Issues and Answers. Construction in Laurel County is impacting several businesses. For several months now, crews have been working on Highway 192 between I-75 and US 25. The construction has caused a decline in sales for Cornett Farm Fresh. Owner Rhonda Cornett says with an increase in traffic and since folks can no longer turn left into and out of their parking lot, several of her customers try to avoid the area altogether.
But the customers are frustrated. You know, they like coming here to our farm-to-table cafe. They like to have lunch here. A lot of them have a 30-minute to 45-minute lunch break, and usually we can get them in and out. But with traffic, some of them can't even make it here during their 30 minutes because it takes so long to get here.
Cornett says they are not against the project as it should help traffic in the long run. One state representative announced he will file Alyssa's Law during the 2025 General Assembly. The bill seeks to strengthen school safety by installing silent panic alarms that can directly alert law enforcement in emergencies. Jeremy Toms caught up with the representative planning to file that legislation.
Representative Chad All from Lexington says his plan to bring Alyssa's Law to the Commonwealth started as a constituent's suggestion.
She was actually originally from Paducah and was a survivor of one of the original school shooting incidents.
The law is named after Alyssa Al-Hadef, one of 14 students killed in the 2018 mass shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida.
It really would require schools to have some type of technology in place to automatically alert law enforcement communities when there's a time of crisis happening at the school.
It's been passed in several states, and in Kentucky, Meade County schools became the first to use a wearable technology of its kind this year.
When you push this button, it not only goes to dispatch immediately, it goes to my phone, you know, and it goes to other police officers' phones.
Representative All says these technologies could be transformative for law enforcement response times right here in central Kentucky, a region which has faced a multitude of recent school threats which All noted could hit close to home for anyone.
As a parent, when you get that call that something's happened at your kid's school, your heart sinks.
All got that sinking feeling in October of 2022 while his daughter attended Henry Clay High School.
We had an incident where somebody actually brought a gun into the school.
So he's asking for $10 million in state funding to match the monies that school districts put towards the tech. And he says the proposal is already earning bipartisan support.
There's interest because it makes sense. You know, we're talking about saving kids' lives.
In Lexington, Jeremy Toms, WKYT.
The Kentucky Education Association said in a statement that they look forward to working with the representative to discuss and consider his proposed legislation. Kinetic is reporting another copper theft, this time in Perry County. Officials say a person of interest was seen on security cameras last night in the Upper River Road area near the train tracks in Viper. A copper cable was removed from a utility pole, creating an outage. Crews have since repaired the line. Last night, you might remember we reported another incident in the Cumberland community of Harlan County. A reward of up to $10,000 is being offered for information leading to an arrest and conviction. The Whitley County Detention Center is facing a lawsuit after claims that an inmate died from inadequate care. The lawsuit claims 40-year-old Kyle Barton was being held at the detention center last month when he became severely ill but was not given treatment, even with documented requests. Barton allegedly suffered a serious fall from his weakness, and that resulted in a fatal brain injury. His parents filed the suit against the detention center, listing the Kentucky Department of Corrections and several high-ranking officials as defendants. The family is seeking punitive damages and reimbursement for medical and funeral expenses. A Pulaski County man who died in a motorcycle crash that police say was caused by a drunk driver was remembered today. Chester Dick died Saturday when police say a car driven by Larry Stoll crashed into the motorcycle he and his fiancée were riding. His funeral was held today in Somerset. After the service, the casket was placed on one of Dick's tow trucks and taken to the cemetery.
We just should not be here today. I just feel, and I mean, I'm angry. I am. And I'm also heartbroken. I still need, I'm 43 and I still need my daddy. We all still need our daddy.
Relatives say Dick's fiancée, Laura Lyle, is recovering at the hospital after having multiple surgeries this week. The suspect in the case will be back in court for a preliminary hearing next week. Folks gathered in Lexington today to remember the life of former Hazard ARH CEO Charles Howley. He died Saturday. While he was originally from La Follette, Tennessee, Eastern Kentucky quickly accepted him when he moved here in 1998.
In addition to being a friend of mine, he was very close to my dad, the former mayor of Hazard. And after his retirement, a group of us met every day for lunch. And I think that he enjoyed that very much.
Friends say they will miss Howley's sense of humor. He was 82 years old. Many folks in Kentucky continue to help those affected by the recent hurricanes. One man in Berea is doing everything he can to help out. After volunteering in Florida for a week, Mike Philbeck returned home with a mission to help those in North Carolina. Philbeck has been collecting supplies and has had donations from churches all across the area. He now has 11 trailers full of supplies ready to go to hard-hit communities near Asheville.
Well, this is a one-man show, and I had to ask for family and friends. My dad is 85 and a half, and he's driving one of these trucks down. So I had to reach out for help because this turned into so much more than one man could do.
Other churches throughout southern and central Kentucky are also helping out with this effort.
Your first alert has cold lit up yellow as unusually cool conditions are in the forecast overnight, or unseasonably cold, I should say, with overnight lows in the mid to upper 30s. Everything else, though, is lit up green, meaning A-OK. Right now, we're seeing temperatures in the 40s and 50s, 55, the double nickels in Jackson, as well as Pikeville, 50 in Prestonsburg. We're at 45 in Hazard, 46 in London, 46 in Somerset. Middlesboro checking in with 43 degrees. This weekend, we'll see plenty of sunshine with temperatures in the low to mid 70s. Definitely get out and enjoy the weekend. We're on the back end of a high pressure system right now, and what that means for us means clear skies out there at this hour, and that trend is going to be the main story as we go throughout the weekend. Plenty of sunshine Saturday and Sunday, clear skies Saturday night going into Sunday night. Highs on Saturday, much like today. Temperatures will be in the low to mid 70s. All is quiet on Future View. You can see the clock is going, but nothing's going on. We're going to see clear skies and sunny skies again for the day on Sunday. Our next rain chance, though, will be Thursday. It's going to be behind this cold front. Watch what happens. This swings through. There's Thursday. There's that rain chance. And then by Friday, it's out of here. We're on the leading edge of a high pressure system. What that means for you and me, it means we're going to cool off substantially. We go from highs in the mid to upper 70s Tuesday, Wednesday, to highs in the 60s for Thursday and Friday. Matter of fact, here you go. The ARH 7-day forecast through the weekend is always in view. Takes us to the mid 70s from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, mid 60s for Thursday. Going into Friday, slight chance of showers for Thursday. That's the latest First Alert forecast. Steve?
All right, Eric, thanks. The 6th annual Moonlight Festival is set to get underway in Pulaski County this weekend. The festival is tomorrow at 11 a.m. and runs through 10 p.m. It will take place at Fountain Square in downtown Somerset. The festival is a celebration of food, spirits, art, and music. Officials say there will be nearly 30 food and spirit vendors at the festival. Well, thanks so much for joining us tonight. ARH Sports Overtime is on the way next. Have a great weekend.